Good morning, everyone. Hello. Welcome. How is everybody doing? 6 Billy Bands, good to see you. Let's get it. Yeah, absolutely. Let's get this one. It seems like we're getting to... well, we're getting closer to making new all-time high. New all-time highs, again. Is it really happening? It is, right? How far can it go? There is one level here that technically fits the criteria of a 5-minute level, which is this one. So, who knows? 5-minute supply zone here. Okay. Could be going up there. Starting at opening up this candle is 66.75 there. So 5-minute supply zone right up there, not too far. Yonix, good to see you. Retrace to 530. Could be. How far is this? It's like 13 points. It's not far. There is a level up there. Not far away. Let's see what it wants to do. Okay. Looking for a possible level here, but I don't see anything. We are close to that 566. That's all I see there. So kind of interesting. Anyway, Heat, good to see you. Green, good morning. Green, I hope you survived yesterday. I know yesterday was tough for you. But we're here. We are here. Lab, taking a short, 47. Okay. Let's get this. All right. Okay. Never mind. $65 maybe there. I'm looking for some levels here. not much is happening currently. Anyway, we're just gonna wait a little bit more. Well, you still have time to correct, you know. Squirrely McBurley, jó napot, welcome, hello. Jó napot kívánok. Of course you'll make it back. That's the spirit. Good morning, Tamimi. Paul, good to see you. Bill Hovenst, welcome. Osama, good morning, welcome. Good to see you guys. I'm kind of looking at these levels up here to see if there's anything that we can go with. Hold on. All right. Let's see, what else do we have? Nothing. I think it wants to go higher. I'm just checking some levels. Something's wrong with my quant tower. Kenshio, welcome. Ibo Munich, good to see you. KK Trade, good morning, good morning, good to see you, man. Gabor, you wanna put welcome. Curry Fishbowl, and Ollie is here. All right, something was messing with my OBS. I wasn't really sure what to do. Not OBS, sorry. Quant Tower, so I wasn't really sure. Now it seems to be okay. Hopefully. Okay. What does price want to do here? Trader Monk, good morning. Pass 2 more Bulenox. Let's go. Thank you so much for the support, man. Ollie, good luck with the new funded accounts. Congratulations. by the way. Lab is in the trade. If I would have to guess, so far we have a possible drawn liquidity at 566. Otherwise, we have an Asia low here. And of course, we do have another zone down at 26. So we'll see. Ivan, good morning. So we might have to decide if we want to jump in to maybe a scalp. How about that? Vibes, I'm thinking it retests 90. Like 490 down there. That's also a good suggestion. If I look at the 15-minute, again, there is a very good order block at 528 on the 15-minute. And we do have some fair value gaps down there. It can easily go, and it's getting like out of steam here. No proper volume so far that we can go with. Oh, 590. Well, oh yeah, new all-time high. Could be possible. That's what I'm kind of looking at as well. Like we have that 566 5-minute supply zone. 520. That's a good area too. 520. Let's see how this is gonna go. Are we gonna reach that 566, or we're just gonna hover around here? How did New York go? Well, I had the loss in. I mean, I had a loss in the AM session. Practically, when I was on MyFunded TV, that position was actually a loss. But the idea was correct, because later the price came back and took out that level, but unfortunately took me out first. Good morning, Mahavir. Good to see you, man. Quick phone call, everyone. Just a minute. The market makers. All right, I called the market makers. All right. Of course, we'll make it back together. I know. I know. Anyway, so far seems like a quiet morning. I was hoping for more aggressive movement here, which is not happening so far. 6 accounts, let's go vibes. You have room to trade, that's for sure. With 6 accounts, that is good. Which trade did you take on TV? Yeah, sure. Absolutely, absolutely, Mahavir. So, on my funded TV yesterday, I was looking for relative equal highs here. This one. Relative equal highs, and we had the liquidity sweep here. So there was a sweep, and we had some good targets, not just relative equal highs, but some other levels up there. But after the sweep, the market eventually went higher, made some minor structure shifts here to the upside, like that one. And also there was another structure shift here, only by the wick. I know it's not that strong. But eventually came the second leg to the upside, this one. So that was a bit of a stronger push. So what I did, I used this 5-minute fair value gap right here to, as a continuation to enter to a long position. So I entered here with a limit order. My stop was down there. Actually, I entered on the 3-minute chart, but the idea is the same. So no big. On the 3-minute chart, my entry was a little bit higher. So my stop was right there at the recent swing, and that's what happened. Eventually, the target was the relative equal highs. And right here, during the Asia reset, it actually took that level, as you can see right there. I mean, it is what it is, but this was the trade. The logic was good. Liquidity sweep, continuation, multiple shifts. I like this second leg to be going higher because there was no other thing happening in the market, but eventually it just grinded down. So that's how I lost that position. Yeah, Trader Monk. I used to trade that, but today, this morning, I haven't even looked at it too much. I'd like to see, by the way, that 18 or 19 level, actually 18.9 to be broken first. Sometimes, I mean, 80%, 90% of the time NQ, but like 10, 15% gold sometimes. You took the inversion. Yeah. I mean, it happens. It's in the cards, Ollie. So even A++ setups fail sometimes. And this wasn't really an A++ setup, but I still liked it. But it is what it is. We move on. Yeah, it made sense. You know, everything has been swept. Finally, there was like some lows here. The new week opening gap has been completely repriced with this one. So I thought like, okay, since there's nothing else in the market, why not just go up there? Because we still have time to take out relative equal highs. So everything was actually looking good for this long position, but eventually price just went down. So nothing we can do about it. Otherwise, this would have been a nice little long position right there. So I'm gonna look around real quick here of what might be happening. Okay, not much. All right. Not much so far. Is it gonna try to go for that level? I don't know. Life is sweet previous day high. and shift the structure, would you look for short? Yeah, sure, I would. And before it shifts those highs, there is this 5-minute supply zone. If you look to the left, there is a very nice 5-minute supply zone right here. I'm not sure if it's going to reach that level, so who knows. But maybe I would be even looking for a possible shift in the zone. Who knows if it gets there. But it's a big if, you know. It's a big if for sure. So far we're just hovering here. Nothing is really happening. I'm not saying it's a boring session, but really not too much is happening. Yeah, so far that's it. That's all we have. How did you market supply zone? Yeah, sure. Or is it like SMC? No, it's not. It's basically not a smart money concept at all. But it's like an order block, basically. That's the closest thing in regards of ICT. So supply zone needs some sort of a liquidity sweep first. So first of all, first check mark is number one, need liquidity sweep. Okay, all right. It needs a liquidity sweep. Come on. Okay. Second, it needs bullish candle. If it's a bearish, I mean it's a supply zone. So bullish push, which happened here. These the liquidity is the fair value gap here. So the fair value gap has been taken. Okay, bullish push. These three candles together are basically the zone, the supply zone. So it's just going higher. Now there's a very important criteria for this. The first bearish candle that comes here cannot trade higher than the previous bullish candle's highest point. So that means that this bearish candle here cannot trade higher than this one. The high here was, I mean here, that's the high. It cannot go higher than the highest point of the previous bullish candle. Okay, that's very important. So this has to be a bullish push. The next candle has to be like a bearish candle, no trading higher. Also, market structure shift. In this case, a bearish market structure shift, which happened here. Boom. Nice little bearish market structure shift right there. Now, that's awesome and that's cool. This makes this level from the neckline of this candle, basically the opening of the candle, not the wick, the opening, the body of the candle, all the way up to the top point, which is the wick, the zone. That's what's creating the zone, or bearish order block. ICT is saying this also applies as a bearish order block here. The bullish candles are actually the order block itself. So these are the criteria I was looking for, and so I'm not saying it's gonna go up there for sure, but it's just definitely an interesting level that it happened right there. Now, my theory, and this is only my concept, is that price likes to revisit these levels sooner or later, especially if it's very close in a session, or we are in a kill zone. It's quite close. It tends to go in those directions and revisit those zones. So that's the concept basically behind it. Oh yeah, definitely vibes. MyFundedFutures is very good with that. Also, Take Profit Trader and and TRADEDAY is still doing the no activation fee promo, by the way. Any code with funded next? I think I have the TOMSABO code there as well. Worst case scenario, I think there should be a link. But I will look into it. I actually have a funded account that has not been activated yet with funded next futures at 25k funded, but I didn't activate it yet. But I did sign on as an affiliate, but I wasn't really pushing them lately. So account, the other is 15. Oh, thank you so much, Vibes. I appreciate the support. Thank you, man. I appreciate that very much. 3 trade. Nice. TRADEDAY accounts. Cool. That is cool. Yeah, so far this is the level that we're in. We'll see how this goes. Obviously a bit of an interesting area. That's true. But there's nothing else so far that's happening, really. Yeah, it's a little bit more expensive. I know that. Yeah, it is. So I'm wondering what's gonna happen here. Is this gonna go down? There is a level down there at the 15-minute chart. At 28. It's not far. It's not far. Let's see some other markets as well. NQ slowly went down a little bit here. There is a possible shift here on the 5-minute, but I'm just not sure I want to take this. I mean, I don't know. There's an Asia low, which could be tempting, which is basically a 5/15-minute zone, I think. Yeah, it is. So it kind of looks good. Yeah, it's moving, Ron. Finally. Small risk. Yeah. Small risk. I'm still thinking of what to do. It's not far, actually. It looks good for a drop. Yeah. Yeah, there was also the 5-minute shifted structure, so seems like a legit market structure shift here. 10-point risk. Yeah, that's a good risk to reward ratio. I'm still waiting for this candle to close, and we'll see how it goes. Wait for the close, see how it goes. Yeah. Nothing else here. And it's going lower. Look at that. Okay. How far? I wonder. Still going down. If it goes like this, it could be revisiting that level at 26. I'm still kind of waiting. If this zone is gonna get mitigated up there. Here comes the 5-minute candle close. Yeah, wait for the close. See how it goes. Exactly. Yeah. Well, mostly I like to shift on the 5-minute. Yes, yes, but it depends. I'm kind of looking at that level at And it's going. Oh wow, look at this. Look at this move here. That's why I was saying like this zone was a little bit interesting, to say the least. ICT failed me. Yeah, that's the issue. Like I'm seeing these levels all around the place, and when I see an ICT short entry, I'm like, man, I don't know. I mean, until I see these levels, I'm not sure I want to jump in. So technically speaking, this 5-minute short entry is not valid anymore if you were using the previous 5-minute swing here. And that's why I'm still like, man, I think this can go up to that zone. Yeah. It is interesting for sure. But we'll see. Let's check it on the mini, by the way. We haven't checked it on the mini. On the mini, here's the zone. Opening of the candle is 66.50 right here. So now I'm not saying that it's gonna go there. It's just interesting that it's there. How the market is still kind of reacting towards that direction. USD pairs started to go down. I see that. Aussie dollar, pound dollar. Okay. Dollar yen started to go higher. Something happened here. Something happened. Let me check. Aussie CAD dropped. Aussie yen dropped. Yeah. Something happened. I'm not sure if there was any news, but something happened. That's why the market moved a little bit. Was there a... today we have Joel's job openings. Was there something about... Okay. Choose your obsession. Alright. Okay, nothing else. That's kind of strange. Good morning, Robert Gallas. Hello. Must fair value gap always be formed by the same color candles? Yeah, I mean it depends on which direction are you looking for. If you're looking for a bearish entry, then obviously we need a bearish candle. It depends on which color you choose for the bearish candle, but yeah, if we're talking about the bullish entry, then yes, we should be using a bullish fair value gap if we're looking for the classic ICT 2022 setup. Yeah, it's a rodeo, exactly. My bias in the short term right now is to go for that 5-minute supply zone. For now. So are we gonna get it? I don't know. But for now, that's kind of my bias. It is definitely interesting. Some movement here. Trap City, yeah. Well, London Open is not too far, so hopefully we can survive. The market stole your plan. So right now, I'm just kind of waiting if the market wants to grab that zone. Otherwise, maybe look for a possible short trade and take out Asia low. But previously, yes, we had this shift here. I didn't take it just because we still have the London Open. It was a little bit tricky still. My gut feeling told me to wait a little bit more, and so I didn't jump in. I'm still kind of waiting. Just waiting and waiting and waiting some more. And we'll see how it goes. Let me just check some. I think there's a small fair value gap here. High of this candle is 65.75. Yeah. So there's a very small fair value gap. So yeah, that's at 65.75. Also good. Or at least not bad. Otherwise, not much is happening. 15 minutes until London. Good morning, losses. Hello. Yesterday I had my First $400 day. Congratulations, Blessis. Nice. Very good. That is awesome, man. That is awesome. Congrats again. That's a hell of a good job. I take 400 any day. If I can. That's nice. Okay, all right. There was an inversion gap here. We're now back into it. What is gold doing? Gold is digging higher. There's a fair value gap at 21.6. Otherwise, not much. Otherwise, not much is happening. NQ going back down here. Inverting the inversion gap, maybe. Should be having the macro in less than 3 minutes. So I'm quite curious how this is gonna end. Mad futures. Wait for confirmation at 560. Can we place the limit order at that price? If that's your strategy to place the limit order at the supply zone, it's up to you. I'm not using that kind of entry. I know that some people, actually, the mentor who was teaching me about supply zones, he was using the zone as entry levels, but he was using a so-called 3-pin entry. So he was waiting for a structure to form a swing high in this case, and then when the structure broke, that's when he entered the trade. So not just with a simple limit order in the zone. If you want to try that out, it's up to you. There's multiple variations to enter. You know, first, I just want to wait and see how the market is going to react. Now we have the macro time, so I'm really curious if we see something here. It's up to you. If there would be a bearish reaction with the displacement and the fair value gap, I might take a short on the zone. If we're not going to reach the zone, that's cool too. I'm going to be looking for displacement somewhere below 538 and maybe go for the Asia low then. We'll see. We'll see. Be careful, Ron. Be careful. I mean, right now NQ is officially unplugged, so we don't know. Good morning, Itwip. Doing great. I hope you're doing great too. New FundedNext plans? I haven't seen it yet. I know they came out with something strong. All right, what's happening? Take a vacation. Yeah, this month is definitely it's slow. I think we would be just better off on a vacation, right, everybody? Kev, hey there. Yeah, I'm gonna check that. Yeah. I heard that they're coming up with new plans, but I haven't checked it. $5.55. Something is here, right? Martin Muchka, hello. Good morning. Entered buys from here. All right. Maybe the London Open will do something. I'm not sure. Still 5 minutes to go. It's just a waiting game. Oh yeah, we're gonna have Joel's job openings. Joel's job openings. That should be interesting. Oh yeah, less rules definitely at Funded Futures Net. I mean, Funded Next. I heard that. No consistency on evals, so we can YOLO the account. We can YOLO those accounts. Yeah, most likely. If you can make some money here in this sideways movement, especially after the open, maybe it's best to walk away, because right now it's just not doing anything. Anyway, still 2 minutes to go. 15 minute. Oh yeah, look at the 15 minute. Wow. It's just even the 5 minute is nasty. I don't like this. Okay, it's going down now. A little bit more than expected. But we still have time. Almost a minute. A little bit more than a minute. If it shifts, that's still gonna be tempting. Yeah, PDH looks absolutely nice, but I'm not sure how long can the market keep this up, like always making new highs, always making the new highs. Eventually we would need a correction, right? I guess it would be in a New York session most likely. I mean, not today, but could be this week, who knows. Slap every computer. No, you got it. Even if you're, I mean, I know you're in this position, but size down, you know. I did say it's not necessarily going to go there. If it shifts, then I'll be looking for a possible short. Here we go. London session is opening in 2 and 1. And right now, London is open for business. Checking the currency pairs as well of what's happening. Okay, nothing special. Dollar is getting stronger across the board. Yeah. Interesting open. I was expecting something else, not just to get back into the range. Cougar, good morning. Good to see you. How's it going, man? Let's see what's gonna happen here. I mean, so far, ever since midnight, price was pretty much just accumulating here. Yeah, I heard, Kev, I heard some people getting banned at FundedNext because micro scalping. Actually, it's an automated message. If you do some micro scalping, the system is automatically going to shut down your account. I heard a few people saying that at FundedNext. They were actually holding trades for only a few seconds, and a few minutes later, they got the message that the account has been suspended for micro scalping at FundedNext. But that's all I heard. I'm trading since 2021, and I'm not doing mentorship, and I'm never going to do mentorship. That's just too much responsibility. If someone does a mentorship and asking you $1,000 for a mentorship, man, I'm not even going to comment on that. But I just don't do I don't really want to plan. So, I mean, I never say never, but I'm not planning to do mentorship. That's just too much responsibility. And there's a lot of fake people out there anyways, so be careful. Not going to be like yesterday. Yeah. It's so far it seems like it's gonna be like yesterday. A lot of liquidity around 47, 37. Yeah, it's picking up orders for sure. D-Pain, good morning. Took profit at 54. All right. Jay, look at ES. Yeah, ES also a little bit crazy here. And I don't know. Hard to read. I still do like that 5-minute zone up there, but no trade so far. I was kind of waiting if price would tap one of these levels, maybe the zone or maybe shifting down strong, but it didn't happen. Yeah, so all I heard is that they have an automatic system that is filtering out micro scalping. It's automated. And so a few people were complaining also on Discord and some other forums on internet that FundedNext closed the account because of micro scalping, and it was automated. So they did refund. I think no, they didn't. They didn't refund the initial price actually, because they were demanding a refund, but they didn't. But anyway, be careful with micro scalping at FundedNext. They're going to shut down the account. I mean, there's an algorithm that's going to shut down your account if you're not cautious. So make sure to hold trades more than 10 or 15 seconds and go for, like, I don't know, 6 or 8 points. Not ticks, but points. Whoa! Sanjay K, welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome. People make more money from mentorship. Yeah, that's the trend right now. Everybody is asking you to pay for a mentorship, pay $1,000, $2,000, whatever. But nobody's really delivering because they just want your money. So We had a few people like that, unfortunately. 1 or 2 people. So, but they got kicked out, so don't worry about it. According to me, oh yeah. Do you make trade on stream? Yes. If there's a trade, I'll put it on the stream. But so far there has been no setup. So if there's no setup, I'm just not gonna enter the trade. That's the thing. So just to force myself into a position, especially the markets are really slow during this month, especially in London. If I don't see a trade happening, I'm just not forcing myself to it, you know. But try to do my best. I promise, if I enter a trade, I will let you guys know. Why do you sit in front of this market with such enthusiasm for long? I'm not specifically in love with the long position. I'm just kind of waiting for a possible displacement here. You know? That's all. Nothing else. If we see something like that, that could be awesome. If not, then not. FundedNext Futures. FundedNext Futures has this automatic system that kicks you out if you're micro scalping. Which is the best? MyFundedFutures and Take Profit Trader in my understanding. But I do trade with Apex, Bulenox, Funded Futures Network. There is still a buy one get one for free promo. They extended it until Thursday evening. So buy one get one for free is still there. Just saying. Still there. Gurus everywhere. Exactly. Thailand and Cambodia. Fired a bunch of missiles. Oh no. I didn't hear about that. Marco Swanipol. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, also in Hungarian for exactly. That's a lot of money. Good morning, Tikitarita. Hello. Maxi. Hey, good to see you. Funded Futures Network. If you go to my YouTube's post page, so there's the posts, you can read all the details, how you can get the free account. Basically, you pay $75 for a 50K evaluation account with no activation fee, and you get a free account next to it. You just have to send the receipt to support at Funded Futures Network, and you're going to get a 100% discount code for the next account. Only one account is for free per user. I mean, at a time. You can buy multiple accounts. Even after the promo ends, you can get a free account. So that's the good thing. If you blow up the account or you pass the eval, even after the promo, you can request another free account if you bought the initial accounts during the promo stage. But you can only have one free account at a time. So for example, if you buy 2 accounts now, you can only have one free account as an extra. But if you blow up that account or pass the account, you can, even after this week, you can request another free account because you bought the second account during the promo. I hope you could follow. So yeah, Vivian, good morning. The session so far is somewhat slow. I must say that. Sorry, I forgot to say hello to Vivian. Good to see you. Yeah, exactly. I see the concepts are not bad. Obviously, lots of people think it's complicated, and I do think there is some complications to it. I know, but yeah, this London session is just not really doing it. Yeah. What am I seeing? I'm basically seeing a 5-minute supply zone. That's what I'm waiting for. If it goes there, it's cool. If it's not gonna go there, I'm just gonna wait for a very strong shift below 538 or 535. That's what I'm waiting for. Until then, I'm just waiting. Look at this market. Is it really something you want to push the button for? I mean, this is just crapshoot here. Barcoding. So I bought one yesterday, so I get one for free. Yes, you have to send the PDF document, Stefan, to support Funded Futures Network. Is that what you're talking about? Okay, not My Funded Futures, Funded Futures Network. So you send the receipt to support@fundedfuturesnetwork.com. You can see the details on my YouTube's post page. It's the recent post. It's the most recent post. Everything is written down there. You send it to them, and they're going to send you a promotion code. It's a 100% discount code, basically. And you can use it on your next purchase. It's going to give you a 100% discount. Okay? Even for the recurring months. The thing is, in order to keep the free account, there's always needs to be an initial paid account active. So even if you blow up the account, you need to keep the subscription. If you cancel the subscription on the initial account, you're going to lose the free account, okay? That's the catch. You always need an active subscription on the initial account in order to keep the free account. That's how it goes. Yeah, Ollie, I think you're doing it right. Call it a night here because look at this barcode. It's just absolutely nonsense. Lower or higher? Right now we are just in this box here. So look at this box. Boom. We're just inside of this box and it's not doing anything. We're just basically hoping for a better tomorrow here. But that's it. Good night, Ollie. Good to see you. Ah, you bought my funded futures. Okay. All right. No, not network. Yes, yes. Don't mistake it. Birthday. Happy birthday, Roman. Nice. Happy birthday. Yeah, so I'm just kind of waiting of what the market wants to do. This is really bad. I mean, the way the charts look like right now. Everything looks very crazy. Dollar is getting stronger still across the board on currencies. Interesting though. Otherwise, not much is going on. Not much is happening. The move was on gold. Yeah, something is happening on gold. Now let's see. Gold made a shift. No proper retracement to the gap. It's just going down. There was a place here that you can cut the drop here. And that was it. Yeah, it looks like the move already happening on gold, but not gonna chase that. So, you know, just waiting as usual. Yeah. It went up 3 points. Yeah, this is London session, you know. London session used to do something like this. Yesterday was definitely better than this one. Now it's just eh. See you later, lab. Yeah, I think this is definitely a market when you should just, you know, or we all should just walk away. So what's happening now? Going to the 60s maybe? Seems like it does. How far did it go? Did it go to 58? I think it did. Got you back on green. All right. Well, as I said, the levels is starting at 66.75. I'm not in a position. I'm not in a position, but that's why I always keep saying, like, these zones definitely are an amazing thing. So that's why I always like to watch these zones. Yeah. Honestly, this market currently is like, very bad. It's just very bad. Ten points to the zone. Yeah, it feels like manipulation, I guess. The low-hanging fruit would be at 65.75. There's a fair value gap starting on the 5-minute there. So if anyone is into a scalp, I'm not, then the low-hanging fruit is 65.75 on the micro. Be careful there. Kwong, good morning. Ron is out. Let's go. 10% of profit target. Well, green is green, you know. But eventually still, like, this session is... Happy birthday to you right there. Let's go, Roman. I mean, man, look at that. I do feel a bit of a FOMO, by the way. Because I always keep seeing these zones and like my gut feeling tells me to enter, but I don't have an entry set up to take it. Definitely not on the 5-minute, and well, maybe on the 1-minute, but I don't think so. Yeah, I ended up in a small red. I had a good position in the London session, and then I lost a little bit by scalping throughout the day, and then another loss at MyFundedTV. The MyFundedTV trade that I put on was actually a loss again, so not so good, but I managed to hold myself back to do something crazy, so it wasn't a good day at all yesterday. Oh, nice, Ron. That's awesome. Congratulations. Congratulations. So yeah, I was a little bit like not too happy about it, but it is what it is. We move on. That's trading for you, right? Let me check some other markets of what's happening. Okay, nothing. Nothing. Still nothing. Okay, nothing is happening. All I can see is that the dollar was a little bit strong earlier. Some currency pairs were getting slammed, but that's it. Bob, hey there. $67. Let's go. Gold is moving in waves again. The whole day. Yeah. Yesterday, I mean, this AM session, yesterday was, as I said, it was almost, I mean, the top 10 ugliest New York AM session, this one definitely fits the criteria to the top 10. You know, at least from 9:30 until 11, this area fits the most ugliest New York sessions 2025 this year. So, quick phone call, just a second. All right, it was the market makers. I'm sorry, but I have to go out and I'll be right back. I need at least a few minutes. All right. I'm sorry. Very important message. I'll be right back. All right. I'll be right back as much as possible. As soon as possible. All right, would you look at that? We went up to the 5-minute supply zone. Interesting. Five-minute supply zone has been tagged. Ron sold early. Yeah. Kelly, good to see you. Sorry, I had to run away for 10 minutes or something. But I'm here. Not much to do anyways during these markets. So, yeah, not much happened here. Tagged the supply zone, which is awesome, but that is it. Yeah. This barcoding is definitely, absolutely mental. Exactly. Yeah, Roman. Well, the thing is, we never know if these zones are gonna get tagged or not. I still do like the concept. I think it's a very good concept. That's why I use it. But for now, are we gonna make a new all-time high? I don't know. So the only thing I would be watching right now is basically a shift to the downside. I have no plan to go higher on this one. Actually, the high of this zone is at 73-ish somewhere. So about 5 more points. If it wants to finish the job properly, it should be breaking the 73 completely. If it's not gonna break it, that's still good, but there's nothing to do with this. Which gold are you trading now? Oh yeah, basically MNQU. No, sorry, GC. That's NQ. Hold on, let me just tell you which gold contract am I on. MGC. Just a second. MGC Q5. That's the contract right now. Q5. December, yeah. I think we're already on December. That's the Q5 contract, right? So, MGC. No, still on the August contract. I'm on the Q5 still. I'm not on the V contract, I know that. Because on TradingView it always puts me automatically to the current one, but I think we are on Q5 right now on the August contract. And GC, so GCQ 2025, I think. Q, yeah. Made 2K but built 2 accounts. Well, Vibes, you have to see the big picture. Like, you know, you have to do the calculations. If we play the prop firm game, you can do that as long as you're seeing the numbers are somewhat, you know, going in a positive way. Expenses wise, payout wise, you know. That's what I was looking. Oh, okay, as well. This seemed like December at the volume. Just 2? Yeah. Yeah. Only 2K. Alright, I think the 73 will be taken out here. And speaking of gold, back into the mid-range here. Could be going higher. We tried. We tried. Hold on a second. What is happening now? 65. Could be going higher, I guess. Yeah. 72, 10 more points. Why do I feel like that this one just wants to break higher? Anyway. Aussie's going down. Currency pairs shifting somewhat. I don't know why I'm looking also at currencies. I'm just curious how the dollar is doing across the board. But there's not much here. Not much is happening. Okay. Yeah, Aussie yen. Aussie CAD. Okay, that's it. And it just keeps going higher. Exactly, Kelly. Like this market is, ugh. The problem is what I had with this zone. Look at that, new all-time highs incoming. It's unfortunately, as much as I wanted to enter into a trade here, I did not have an entry. It's just a no trade session. I 100% agree with Curry Fishbowl. 200% agree with you. This is a absolutely no trade session. Like absolutely zero trade should be made in this session. Look at how crappy this price action is. Our only hope is in the, there you go, new all-time high again. It just keeps going higher. How does the daily look like, by the way? Let me get out the drawings here. Look at the daily chart on NQ. This is the daily chart. What the hell is going on? You know, look at the weekly. Look at the monthly chart. I mean, absolutely unstoppable. The market, this is the monthly chart on NQ. Look at where we are at 23,000, where we were at, like, for example, December 22 or February. It was the war struck out here. And now look at that, unstoppable. I was reading an article, it's basically all because of inflation. That's what drives the markets higher and higher. But I guess that's a deeper topic to go into. But like, look at around the pandemic here, like 2020, February, March, April. Like, this is where at the end of the year the pandemic struck. Markets began to go down. It's like nothing, absolutely nothing. This was the pandemic here. Who cares about the pandemic anymore, right? This was Ukraine. And now I don't know what the hell is going on here anymore. Yeah, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it, man. This is just absolutely mental. Also, the daily chart. If this would not be a daily chart, if this would be a 1 minute chart here, I would say there is a huge correction very close anytime. So if this would be a 1 minute chart, this is what I would be expecting. Some kind of a correction here. Absolutely unbelievable of what's going on with NQ. Look at this. All right. Yeah, you called it. 590. Vibes was calling the 590, by the way. Yeah, EMAs. Yeah, that's what I'm also looking at, like testing some EMAs here and there. I don't know, Roman. I don't know what the heck is going on. But right now, I think we're just done. We're just done with this. I don't even care about the pre-market open. I mean, what the heck should we do? Should I force myself into a short position? No, thank you. I'm not gonna force myself into a short, especially after this move throughout the zone. No, sir. No, thank you. Historical golden cross. Ah, I see. Okay. Yeah, gold is absolutely struggling when the stocks are flying this much. Gold is struggling. It's risk on, baby, you know. Risk on. Stock market is absolutely risk on. To the moon, you know. Crash economy, but you know what, Pinion Mendez? I think if there's a quote-unquote crash is coming, everybody is gonna be buying more. More buyers, more investors. Like, not even the pandemic, not the war, nothing. Evo Gruev. Hey, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Welcome. Good to see you, Evo. So even when there is a war or a pandemic, whatever, nothing is stopping the markets. Nothing. It's just proven. It's a scientific fact. So it's science. Nothing is stopping it. Nothing. I would say not even world war. Yeah, there will be a huge correction, but then everything would go higher, even higher before. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch this, that's for sure. That's what she said, right? But anyway. Yeah. Trade the second chart. Yeah, the second chart, I'm not gonna do it. Gold could be still somewhat good. At least it's down in a range. We can look for some levels, but yeah. So otherwise nothing. And the dollar is getting stronger, by the way. This London session, the dollar was somewhat stronger. Not too much currently, but still. I don't even care about the pre-market open. There's nothing to do with that. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, exactly, Roman. What to do with this? Nothing. All right. Good morning, Jay Smith. What's up? 2 days from pressing my Eval 50K. Let's go. Question: once 5 days is over, what happens? Also, do I pay an activation fee if I use? You don't have to pay an activation fee. After the 5 days, you're going to get an email the next day, most likely during New York business hours, that you passed the account. And then you go to your dashboard and you go to your pro accounts, and there will be a button highlighted that says go to pro. And there is going to be the checkout page for the activation. If you scroll down, you should be seeing activation credit in your credit bank. So there should be activation credit. You can use it to activate the account, so you don't have to pay for activation. All right. That's how it will go. Also, do I have okay? If do 10K in a day, is there a maximum withdrawal? If you do 10K, you might gonna be I mean, you can withdraw basically the whole amount. I would be stopping around 9K or $9,500 because the system, I'm guessing we're talking about take profit trader. So the system is designed that if you make 10K, they're going to move you fast forward to a live account, so the balance is going to be transferred. So just to make sure and to play it safe, close the position around 9,500 or whatever, 96, 9,800, and withdraw the money. But you can withdraw it to keep the safety net, or you can choose to close the account and you can withdraw 50% of the safety net as well. Bowser, good to see you. How's it going? Exactly. It's too easy. Done for the day. Let's go, Cougar. 1.2K. Oh, nice. Take for it. Okay, so you should be getting an email after the 5th day, the other day. So on the 6th day, you should be getting the congratulation email, blah blah blah, and everything. And you go, most likely New York business hours, you should go to your pro account section, and you just click on go pro. Absolutely, Jay Smith. And my code is also giving you the no activation fee promo. And thank you so much, by the way, not just from you, from everyone and anyone who were using my code. It gives you the best deals and discounts, just like the basic codes. This is painful. Yeah. Let's just wait for the pre-market open and that's it. But this is painful. Let's short. I'm not jumping into a short, that's for sure. No way, sir. I am not shorting this. Actually, we didn't go for the 600. So just one more level up here. We didn't go for the nice round number of 600. So get ready. 10 more points to 600. Anyone wants to go for the nice round number of 600 there? Here's your chance. Here's your chance to do so. Very close. At 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Basically, electronic trading hours for the stocks, equity markets. Yeah. Saints M's, welcome from Scooter Crowd. Awesome. Let me give an applause to Saints. First time being here on the stream. Welcome. Don't worry, Saints. I'm not going to tell anyone, especially not Matt, that you showed up here. Don't worry. Thank you, Saints. How's it going, man? So, if you guys want to risk it, I would rather take a long position than a short position here because we're so close to 600. Nvidia can be make a big move. Well, I haven't. Yeah, let's check on Nvidia. We're gonna have the pre-market open in about 1 minute and 40 seconds. So that's gonna be amazing, right? Amazing. Let's see. 10 points there. Or take now 600 to come down. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Exactly. We can see a pullback and then New York session, new all-time high above 600. It's a very, very risky area. All right. It's very risky. Be careful. We have 40 seconds until the pre-market open. 35 seconds until pre-market open. Don't worry. 27 seconds until pre-market open. 20 seconds until pre-market open. 10 seconds until pre-market open. 3, 2, 1. What's happening? Nothing. All right, let's see how Nvidia is. Oh, look at Nvidia. Opened up with a nice gap here. Okay, how is Tesla doing? Tesla also opened up higher. Okay. All right, I don't even have Apple here. But anyway, NQ is still down there. I would suggest, I mean, suppose and guess NQ should be popping that 600, but I'm not going to take that. Actually, I'm not going to take any trade on this. That's for sure. No trades on this one. No, no, no. No siree. No trades on this one. So while we're waiting, there's always time for a good commercial. You know. It's not just about the best deals. It's about being lucky in trading. It's about living a healthy life, a happy life. You can all achieve that. And the only way to do that is by using the best code out there, which is TOMSABO. Never forget it. Not just the best deals in prop firms. Go down to your local grocery store. You will have the best discounts as well. Just say the name at the checkout, alright? Thank you for sponsoring the YouTube stream. Alright. Not much is happening. Anyway, as for a commercial, I think I'm going to call it here because I'm just not going to take any trades. And to be more serious, if you would like to support the channel, I would highly appreciate it and be grateful for you everybody who would use the same code TOMSABO goes for all these prop firms I'm trading and promoting. And of course, the affiliate money keeps the show flowing. And I would be always super grateful for everybody for the support. Thank you so much. What can I say? I'll be back for New York session, of course, as usual. And today, my funded TV. Today was a very slow session. The only level I did see is that 5-minute supply zone, which I missed. And so I just not gonna do anything on these levels. So let's just wait for New York and let's not do anything crazy. This is the way, like the market is like this. Nothing we can do. So God bless you all. And I'll be seeing you guys in New York session and my funded TV. All right. Cheers, everyone. God bless.